Welcome to ECNTRADE Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. Well, viewing the Australian dollar after wavering between losses and gains, the bulls took a stab to the upside and close towards that 60-day moving average, which is holding around 72.6590. Having printed an intraday high of 72.63, the high so far for this December, the gains were slowly trimmed back, most probably in the view of profit taking. The reason behind that is you can see the RSI has slightly buckled since that challenge to the top side and hesitated towards that 60-day moving average. If we look back over the past, we can see that rejection from here led to a downward play and the break led to an upward, and then from a rejection the bears came back into power and drove the market heavily to the downside. And then from there we're getting a little bit cautious as we're slowly rising towards that region. Now, I do feel if any upside attempt again towards that 72.6590 area will come under a bearish threat and could see a bull trap set and therefore see the market take a tumble and look back towards 72.05 and looking beneath there at 71.55 to 70.90, where I've outlined here in blue. As the end of the year approaches, prices for the euro remain choppy due to thin liquidity. Meanwhile, the US dollar, which measures the greenback strength against a basket of 6 major currencies, is actually edged up a little bit higher to 96.25. At present, the market is still a little bit towards the bear case as the RSI is breaking down, and I still hold the view eventually for a downward test to the region of the broader picture, which is around 111. In light of the trend, if we look at the monthly, which is the primary pattern, that is, that the ADX is still somewhat strong to the bear case. So overall, I feel any upside attempts towards 113.45 to about 114 will foul and still look towards 112.70 and eventually lower. The dollar yen is not as strong as we saw late last week. Nevertheless, the market still at present is contained by the resistance at 114.90 figure. In light of the pattern, although the ADX is still somewhat strong and we are overbought, we shouldn't rule out another upside test, but could eventually see a bull trap set. As last time we explored this region, we saw a very heavy candle from that 115 area, and no doubt I do anticipate history will repeat itself and eventually see a pullback towards 114.45 and then down to 113.80 and reassess. When we look at the pound, it seems the bulls have taken the time, that is, to catch their breath since the challenge of 134.60. Still, I'm not going to rule out another upside test. The ADX is still trending to a bull case and still, in light of the pattern, can still see the challenge of 134.60 to 135.30 and then reassess from there. Let's just lift this up to about 135.30, somewhere around this region, like earlier, and see if the market wants to continue or see some profit taking from that region. Looking at the CAD yen, the market took the challenge up towards that 89.90 area and was contained by this trend line, but not quite out of the danger zone yet, but the RSI did buckle from the pullback. If this pattern does continue, then I'm looking down towards 88.85 to about 88.25 and then reassess from there. The precious yellow metal took a daring challenge to the upside and stabbed at that 1,815. Unlike previous attempts, has failed to continue beyond there. With the RSI buckling, I do feel that we may see or have seen a slight rejection from that level again, and therefore look towards 1,801 as the immediate target. If we see a break there, then I do anticipate a further decline to 1,788. Finishing up with oil, the call to the upside was reached at 76.50. Well, it stabbed there anyway, but we're not backing out as of yet. The ADX is still trending quite comfortably and therefore could see another challenge. Now, clearing this level of 76.50, I see little resistance until $80 a barrel and reassess from there. Well, that wraps it for today. Thank you very much for joining me, and as always, look out for the intraday report. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day.